Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Coach JC. Everyone gather around speak on today. Today's topic is women who love hard, they run deep, and if you cross her, she will cut you off. Basically, what this means is that a lot of women who put everything, including the kitchen sink, into a relationship. They actually want a relationship, they actually want marriage, they actually want a life partner, and they're willing to go to death for you. They're willing to go off the deep end for you with compassion, with love, with affection, etc. But as a man, if you don't play your part, you don't play your role, you try to be sneaky, you try to be mischievous, try to treat her wrong, try to think you slick by having multiple women or texting this woman, that woman, or you're still lusting over women on Facebook, Instagram, you still haven't cut your exes off, you still haven't made that known that you're in a relationship, then women, they will cut you off as soon as possible, and you won't even exist in her world. Because a lot of women, like I said, they put everything into a relationship, into a marriage. A lot of women, they really want this badly. And man, we just have to step up to the plate and figure out what's our why, what do we want out of the situation, what do we hope to gain from being with a woman outside of just sex and just having a great time with her. So you just have to you got yourself, she's cut off people to be with you, random people, random men at the grocery store, random men at the gas station, random men on a job trying to talk to her. So you have to realize as a man, women are always gonna get hit on. Whether it's online or it's in person, everywhere they go, they have someone trying to talk to them. And if a woman chooses to be with you, chooses to be faithful with you, chooses to be committed to you only, then you have got to honor her. You have to just do due diligence by her and just do the best you can do as far as just play your role as far as making sure she's doing well, make sure she's doing comfortable, make sure she's checked up on, make sure she's loved, make sure she's not taken advantage of, and make sure she's top priority. And you do all those things, then 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna have most problems. Even though there are women out here that do take advantage of that situation, but women I've met, women I've dated, they've all been all in, and sometimes the relationship just didn't work itself out. It just wasn't God's plan. So, but guess what? I learned from each past relationship, made me grow stronger and gave me a little wiser wisdom, and just try to prepare myself for marriage I'm currently in right now with my wife. So I do appreciate all those experiences, those ups, those downs, those long heartaches, those days you feel lost, you feel confused, you feel misplaced. But like I said, just do a woman right. Do a woman right the first time. First time is always a golden charm, so you don't have any regrets later. I talked about this in previous videos. So many men have so much regrets and hate. They lost the one because they was mischievous, they was young, they was stupid, they wasn't taking her for granted. They took her for granted, and they didn't really love her to the way God designed her to be loved. And if you go into a relationship, you go into a marriage where not fully invested into a woman, then that's what you're going to get. A lot of the times you're going to get divorced, you're going to get woman being unhappy, unsatisfied. She's going to feel overwhelmed. She's going to feel like she's doing so much. And, you want to try to balance things out and ask yourself, what's your why? What's your why getting into a relationship? What's your why getting with a woman? If it's not like, hey, for covenant love, it's not for, long, until death do y'all part, if it's not until you guys want a, family, if that's what y'all choose to do, and you actually want to be involved with the family, you actually want to raise kids that's productive in society, making an impact, leaving a legacy for yourself, then, you can find that in people who are not interested, who don't want the same thing as you, who don't have the same core value. That's fine. Do your business, but don't drag women on if you're not committed to her. You don't want to be with her long term. You don't feel she's necessary to be loved correctly. And you have to realize that a woman, like I said, a dime a dozen. A lot of women that are out here, they're walking around. Like I said, you out here lusting over women, you still, watching those explicit videos, and you're not, taking a woman you got for granted. You would for granted, then you're going to have a lot of problems. So one thing I bet well, my only advice for you, man, is just to lay off Facebook. When you can have contact with, you might be interested, you may have prior interest in later. Early on in your dating career, cut those losses, cut those out. People you already dealt with, slept with, cut them off, because that's not going to help you in your future marriage. You know, it's not going to help you in your future relationship, because she's always going to feel like she's compared. She's not going to feel like she has you completely, because she's going to feel like, hey, you know, this person still, he loves me, but then at the same time, he still loves somebody else, and that's not what you want. You want her to feel fully invested, or the past relationship, they're gone, they're dead, you learned from them, you moved on, and you're ready to be a husband, you're ready to be in a relationship with this person, and you got all the chips are in. All the chips are in. There's no second guessing. There's no, hey, you know, I still want to be with you, but yeah, I still want to be with somebody else. No, this is the person you want to be with until death do you apart. Or, like I said, you're someone that doesn't cherish those. But like I said, don't drag a woman down who wants those intangibles of the commitment, the love, honor, affection, everything. Like I said, you got to work on it each and every day. And one thing I do, like I said, my wife, like I said, we just running. We was just running earlier today, 2 hours, and just little things like that. You know, we're planning our daughter's birthday, so just little things like that. And you can just do each and every day to just find different ways to love her. You know, don't try to get stagnant, etc. like that. But yeah, like I said, that's all I would have to say. Make sure you love her until death do y'all apart. And just do your due diligence by her. Whether it goes left or goes right, at least you can say, hey, I did my part. It just didn't work itself out. And that's okay. Relationships are not going to work itself out. Marriages, they will end in divorce. Sometimes it may not be the right person that God sent for you, but don't cause it by being ignorant, by texting other women, or having a woman on your phone, or not showing her affection, not giving her your undivided attention when you're out in public, or you're looking at other women, lusting over women, or watching stuff on TV or internet when you're not supposed to be watching, not listening to her, not catering to her, not being emotionally available for her when she needs you, when she's at her trying time. Just do your due diligence and be the best man you can be, and that's all you can do. And you don't injure her, you don't injure her for the next man, and she be like, you know what, it didn't work itself out, but you know what, we had great times, great experiences, but you know what, it just didn't work itself out. You know, just chemistry, something was off, and that's okay. It's okay to say, hey, relationship didn't work itself out. It's not a failure, it's just, hey, sometimes it's not going to win. Sometimes you're not going to win, but you will win if you choose to do it God's way, choose to do your due diligence by her, sacrifice for her, love her kindly, be gentle with her, don't yell at her, don't scream at her, just do it right. Do it right like you want someone to do, your aunt, your sister, your cousin, your mom, grandma. Just be respectful to her at all times. Just don't raise your voice, and just be the best man you can be possible, because that's all you can do as a man. Just do your due diligence, and a woman, she will reciprocate. Whatever you deposit into her, especially if she's a good, godly woman, she will withdraw, and she will deposit 10 times greater than what you withdraw into her. So I'm telling you from experience, this is not someone who's just cutting away talking. Like, trust me, whatever I do, nicely for my daughter, nicely for my wife, she gives me the world, and it's like, wow, it's amazing. Sometimes it gets overwhelming at times when you get a supportive woman like my wife, and just how much she supports me each and every day, what motivates me to keep going. So trust me, it's worth the wait, it's worth, being patient, worth cutting everybody off on, because you gotta make a sacrifice. We make sacrifices each and every day at work, and at that standpoint, we can make sacrifices for women. Like, hey, I'm cut you off, but you ain't really such a sacrifice. It's like, hey, you know what, it's just me maturing as a man. Like, I can't be in the little boy's ways and childish ways, when I was just in my early 20s, or, just getting out life, I want to be emotional women, I still want to be a gigolo and stuff. Nah, you don't want to do that. You want to settle down. You want to have one woman that you love until death do you part, and enjoy amazing experiences with. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to my channel. Coach JC, I'm out. Have a great day.